Hey there, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another edition of The Comics You Need. This is the show where I talk about the super hot comic books that collectors and investors are looking for and are made popular by the TV shows and movies that spark our interest and keep us watching and wanting for more. Well, anyways, you guys, I guess you must know that Disney and the MCU dropped a trailer earlier this week to kind of promote not only the Eternals, they gave us the first glimpse at the Eternals, but also gave us some more Black Widow footage. But then they did this little montage showing us what's coming up. And we know about Shang-Chi, and we know about the new next Captain Marvel movie and all that. But then at the very end, wow, you saw it, didn't you? Didn't you? Well, check it out right now. Yes, the Fantastic Four. Finally, the Fantastic Four is coming our way. Yes, Kevin Feige mentioned it a few months ago at the Disney shareholders meeting, but now we actually see it, right there up on the screen. Now, no date was given. We're not sure when exactly it's going to come out. I'm guessing probably late 2023, possibly into 2024. I think 2023 is more than likely the year in which it's going to come out. But anyways, that is great news. And what's that going to do to the comics? It's going to make those Fantastic Four comics even hotter. They've been percolating, getting hotter and hotter over the last few months, along with the X-Men books. But now the Fantastic Four books are going to continue to blow up over the next several months and into the next few years. So you know what I want to do? I want to talk about the books that you should keep your eye on if you haven't been doing so already. Now, this is Key Collector. I'm sure a lot of you have this app on your cell phones or on your computers, but it's a great resource to check out the books that are starting to heat up, right? So anyways, right off the bat, as you can see, I'm going to show off a little bit. Woo! Fantastic Four #1. That's right, Fantastic Four #1. This is the first appearance of the team all together. You've got Sue Storm, The Thing, The Human Torch, and Reed Richards. They get together in this book for the first time. That's a #1. That book has been, I wouldn't say so. I guess you could say slowly going higher and higher and higher over the last few years. And there was a time that were kind of lulled a little bit, but again, it sparked back up. But it's very popular again. Next, we see the Fantastic Four #2, and this is a very important book because it's the first appearance of the Skrulls. So the Skrulls have already made their appearance in Captain Marvel and in other episodes. Well, actually, episodes of WandaVision. There at the end, that we had a Skrull there, and we've seen Skrulls in other movies as well. So the Skrulls have become a very important part of the MCU, and they even have a TV show coming out called Secret Invasion, which is going to be pretty huge. So the Skrulls are a big deal when it comes to the MCU. Next, we have #3, and issue #3 is very important because it features the first time we see the team in their iconic blue, black, and white costumes. We have the first appearance of Miracle Man, and more importantly than that, we get the Baxter Building, the Fantastic Car, and the Fantastic Copter all in issue #3. Issue #4 and 5 are very important. Both of these have been steadily going up in value over the last several months. Of course, the first one being the first Silver Age appearance of the Submariner. And this, as you can see, he's carrying off, Sue Storm. It's a big, that was an ongoing plot device in the early Fantastic Four books, is the Submariner was infatuated with Sue Storm and would time and time again kidnap her, and then the rest of the FF would have to go and rescue her. So that's issue #4, and then of course issue #5 with the first appearance of Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. Many believe that Doctor Doom is going to be the next big baddie in the cinematic universe, taking over from where Thanos left off. And it could very well be. Doctor Doom holds a lot of clout in the MCU. He's right up there with, Magneto in the X-Men universe, so we'll see. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Next, we have issue #6. We see, and that's a first, super villain team up between Namor and the Submariner and Doctor Doom. Now, again, yes, I'm calling Submariner a villain. When he was introduced in the Silver Age, he was a villain. villain. Later, he eventually, he's misunderstood, and he eventually became a member of the Avengers, for crying out loud. So obviously, the Submariner didn't stay bad forever. But in the early days of the Silver Age Marvel Universe, he was a bad guy. Next, we have, here we have Strange Tales 101, where we have the origin of the FF retold, and we have the first Human Torch solo story. And of course, people forget, the Fantastic Four also make appearance in Amazing Spider-Man #1. A part of that story is Spider-Man decides to join the Fantastic Four. So he goes to the Baxter building, he evades all the security, gets right in there, and tries to join the Fantastic Four. So yes, he does have a first appearance right there. Actually, earlier on, I think, where is it? I believe the first appearance of the Daily Bugle is, yeah, look at that. I forgot to mention that. The first appearance of the Daily Bugle is actually in Fantastic Four #2. That's pretty cool. And later on, we know that Peter Parker will go on to work there. This is a big issue. I love this issue. Fantastic Four #12, the first meeting between the Hulk and the Thing. Now, a lot of the books on this list actually are the first meetings between the Fantastic Four and other MCU heroes. And this one here we have, the first, Amazing Spider-Man #1, we had FF and Spider-Man. In Fantastic Four #12, we have the Thing and the Hulk kind of battling it out, and the whole team meets the Hulk for the first time. Then in Strange Tales number 107, we have a crossover of the Fantastic Four into another series altogether. Annual #1, Fantastic Four, we have the origin again retold, and more importantly, we have Namor again as the villain, discovering Atlantis. Fantastic Four #18 is the second appearance of the Skrulls. Okay, and then #8, we have a battle between Spider-Man and the Human Torch. And, from this time onwards, I guess because they're both teenagers, right? You see Johnny Storm and Peter Parker hooking up throughout the years, battling here and there, sometimes as allies and sometimes as rivals. But, that was always a fun team up. I especially like the early Marvel team up books where you have the Human Torch joining forces with Spider-Man. Fantastic Four #25, we see the Hulk again. This is a more thorough battle between between the Thing and the Hulk. And it's also actually here a second appearance of Captain America in the Silver Age, following Avengers #4. Next, we have #26. We have an Avengers now fighting the Fantastic Four. Sorry, the Fantastic Four jumping in with the Avengers to fight the Hulk. Daredevil now, all of a sudden it's a crossover. We see Daredevil #2, we have Daredevil joining forces with the Fantastic Four. #27, we see the first meeting of Doctor Strange and the Fantastic Four, right? So here we go, we see Doctor Strange right back there. Okay, so again, like I said, a lot of crossovers are being featured here on Key Collector. Then again, #28, we have the crossover between the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. And I can understand something too, guys. The Fantastic Four was the first superhero comic that we see in the Marvel Universe. And so it became quite popular very fast. So a great way to introduce young people to the other heroes was to have crossovers. It was a smart idea. And to be quite honest, I think that is why the MCU now as a film franchise is so popular and so successful, is because we see all these interchangeable, or I wouldn't say interchangeable, but all these different characters jumping from one series to the next. You have Hulk showing up in Thor Ragnarok, and you have Falcon showing up in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But you have all these awesome little crossovers, which I think makes it so much more fun. And I guess Stan Lee and the boys realized that early on, because here they had them doing that. Here they had them doing that quite a bit in the early issues of the Fantastic Four to promote and ingratiate fans with more characters, right? Good idea. Fantastic Four annual #3. Oh, this is a big one. The marriage of Reed Richards and Sue Storm, right? Big one. That's a big issue. And then, of course, this one right here. Woo! This is a biggie. I just finally got this myself. quite happy with this. I'm glad I picked this up when I did. But and as you can see here, Key Collector calls it one of the more sought after books. Number 5 on the top, hot 10 list. First appearance of the Silver Surfer. First cameo of appearance of Galactus. Now this book is hot, hot, hot. Like I said, I picked mine up back in December. I paid, I think, $16.50 Canadian delivered, and I think now the book is well over $3,000 US, I believe, in this grade. I had an opportunity to buy a 6.5, and I should have done that. But oh well, I'm just glad I have it. This is a part of my PC. I'm not getting rid of this baby. So I'm glad I found it. And that was what I've been looking for a long, long time. Always evading me. I finally said, I just bit the bullet and picked it up. I was very happy I did. Next, we have Fantastic Four Annual 5. This one here is the first Silver Surfer solo story. Then we have, now this one I've been seeing at the shop for two or 3 years now. Speculators, I guess, think that this character of Annihilus is going to show up in the Doctor Strange next film, the the Multiverse of Madness, and the Negative Zone as well. So could be, but this is one I'm telling you I was seeing almost weekly here. It's kind of slowed down a little bit now, but this is a book that people do have their eye on, so maybe you should have your eye on that one too. Next, we have the Fantastic Four 100, which is the anniversary issue, and most anniversary issues are popular. 100, 200, 300. They all seem to have, collectors like to pick those ones up, and they're always safe bets to pick up, whether it's ASM 100 or FF 100 or Avengers 100, what have you. They're always good books to have in your repertoire or your portfolio, rather. Fantastic Four 132. Medusa. Now this is a cool one. Medusa joins the Fantastic Four. Now we know that in the history of the FF, members kind of came and went. And in this case, we have Medusa. She was the first outsider to join the FF, and we never even talked about the Inhumans' first appearance. This list is one that Key Collector put together. It seems to be focusing on crossovers and times when other individuals join the FF. We're going to see another one in just a moment. Fantastic Four 167 was another classic battle between the Fantastic Four and the Hulk. Now this is the one I was talking about right here. Fantastic Four 265. Now this one is a John Byrne. I love the John Byrne FF books. I love everything John Byrne did, to be honest with you. But here we have the She-Hulk jumping in and taking to become the muscle of the Fantastic Four when the Thing quits. And this one, look at the price on this, guys. $4 high. This could be a little sleeper book here. This could be one you want to pick up in 9/8 and have 4 or 5 or 10 or 20 copies stashed away, because we know that She-Hulk is joining the MCU in her own series, and what's to say she doesn't join the FF? Maybe there is no Thing. Who knows? Of course there's going to be a Thing, but we never know if the Thing is taken out and the She-Hulk joins. But I think the first time She-Hulk jumps on board with the FF is going to make this book really, really popular. So that's one you might want to look at. And then we finish this one off with a more, I guess it's a retelling, that this is a recent reboot of the FF. In modern, there's 5 variants as well. I could click on that. You can have a look at them. I remember when this book came out. I was in Las Vegas when this book came out, actually. And I've pressed this one of 1200. Yeah, this is one I was looking at when I was down in Vegas. A Torpedo Comics, I think it's called, down there, and they were selling these at the time. They're still not super valuable, but this reboot might be one you want to look at. Again, I'm not much into the modern books. If you know me, I'm not much into the modern books. I like my classic, my vintage stuff. But I mean, if you are into that and you want to pick it up for speculation purposes or for investment purposes, perhaps the reboot of the FF is one you want to look at. Anyways, guys, there you go. If you want to check these books out yourself, hey, go to keycollector.com. Right now, you can sign up and get a 1 month free. Lots of great insight into what books are hot, ones you might want to look at. There's other lists there too, with other, Moon Knight lists and Spider-Man lists and Avengers lists, all kinds of awesome lists there. And you can get it on your cell phone as well too, as an app. And it's and I think it's $20 for the year if you want. I do have an account on my cell phone. I didn't use it on this one, but I'll come back again in a little while, and we'll do another Key Collector deep dive into some other books that you as collectors might want, or as investors will definitely want. Thanks so much for popping by. Guys, I'm almost at 600 subscribers. I'm getting there. I'm inching my way up to the 500 mark. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and also leave a comment. If you leave a comment when I hit 600 subscribers, you automatically are entered in a draw to win free pressing by me, the Comic Doctor, and grading by CGC. So you have nothing to lose and tons to gain. So hit that subscribe button, won't you? Keep on reading them comics. Keep on collecting them comics. Until next time, take care. Bye now.